Woo! The Beastie Boys fought for this kind of thing. The right to party. Merry Christmas. My name is Schwinswallow Buble. And y'all know that guy over there. And that's Alf. That's Alf. So today is the Kevlar show. And we'll be talking about Kevlar things. Nah, welcome to Psych-mas. Titans are back, bitches. Woo! So, we are talking about the Polarizing Express.
That's right. Season 5, episode 14. This is technically the third and final Psych Christmas themed episode. And it's my favorite. It just is, you know.
It's really good.
I don't like picking favorites, but out of the three, that one's my favorite.
Tony Cox is his conscience.
Yes. So, if you've never seen it before, first off, what are you doing? Stop right now.
Come on, son!
Yeah, stop right now and go and watch it. But, if you've never seen it before, basically, the plot of this episode is basically Psych's take on It's a Wonderful Life. Which is one
of the greatest Christmas movies I think I've ever seen.
I still haven't watched it all the way through.
It's one of the best Christmas movies I've ever seen.
Okay, I will take his word for it, because I'm so serious. I've seen parts of it here and there, but it's like, I think, 3 hours.
Worth it.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's not, but I thought it was pretty long. And, like, I just kind of walked in on mom and dad watching it, and, like, you know, I see clips here and there. The dude tries to commit suicide off the bridge, and the angel talks him down. So, I haven't watched it all the way through. I'm going to try to change that, though, before the end of this year. And I actually said that to mom. I said, I'm determined to watch It's a Wonderful Life from start to finish. But, the Polarizing Express, which I love that freaking name, is both named after the Polar Express, and then has a lot to do with It's a Wonderful Life. So, Sean screws up big time. Like, more than, normal.
Mucho grande.
Yes. And gets the Santa Barbara Police Department
in mucho grande trouble.
Yes, because he illegally went to a crime scene and
he obtained evidence. He obtained.
That was it.
He obtained evidence illegally
without a warrant.
Without a warrant. So obtaining it, illegally, yeah.
And then on top of that, he got caught on video being there.
Yeah.
And so it declared the guy Zarsky a mistrial.
Yeah.
So he walked, basically.
And then the best that they could get him on was fraud.
Fraud, yeah. Which wasn't enough.
Yeah.
So...
Well, no, because he committed murder. Yes. He burned down a...
Juan Lava.
A guy that comes in later.
Yes.
His restaurant was burned down with his fiancée still inside.
Yes.
And that's what they were trying to get him for.
Yes.
But since Sean got caught, without a warrant,
right,
the best they could get him on was fraud, and that looked like it wasn't going to stick. And even if it did stick, he wasn't going to be in jail. Like, you're not in jail long enough for fraud. So,
no. So that was what happened there. And then what's hysterical was, so, Sean and Chief Vic, clearly weren't doing good after that. She was furious with him. And then fires Henry, and then says Sean is
suspended
indefinitely. And then, so, they're not, working and getting paid. Gus, therefore, isn't working and getting paid, so Gus gets mad at him.
Well, no, he's working. He overloads on his first job.
Yeah.
Psych is basically his second job, yeah.
To make up for it. But, Sean and Gus aren't on good terms. Then Sean sits in the
he sits in the recliner.
The recliner. and is watching the news
on
on repeat with the footage, and then falls asleep to it, in falling asleep to it, he has a dream sequence.
Which is A Wonderful Life, and his angel is none other than Tony Cox.
I'm sorry. The fact that they actually got him for this episode is amazing. Like, it's actually amazing. And then he turns to where Gus's desk is and goes, "Oh my God, Gus, you're a brown snowman."
Chocolate Snowman Gus.
I love that freaking part. And so like It's a Wonderful Life, Tony Cox, like Kev said, is basically his guardian angel and takes him through Henry's life, Gus's life, Lassie's life,
Jules' life.
Juliet's life. In a, like, what-if kind of scenario, Sean never came back to Santa Barbara, how him not being in their lives would have affected them.
Yeah.
Now, again, I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life all the way through, but the bits and pieces and scenes I have seen, I was kind of able to put that together. So the way they did this in this episode is perfect. It really is perfect, you know. For Henry, he's a couch potato, and he's got a big fat gut and drinks lactose milk out of a big bottle, you know. And Sean says he looks like Nick Nolte, which
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. For the record. Oh. And we're outside now.
What's up?
Okay, so where were we? Henry was very fat and overweight, and he was a couch potato, and he looked like Nick Nolte, apparently, according to Sean. I don't know who that is, but sure. Then when they got to...
The second one was Gus.
Then when they got to Gus...
Gus was like, it was Wildin' with the Gusters.
Willin' with the Gusters.
Willin' with the Gusters.
And Sean was like, wait.
Can we watch it like a zip com?
A 90s sitcom?
The best line when they're doing it, he goes, I think the weirdest part about this is I think this is a rerun.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so ever since I showed that episode to Dad constantly quotes that, Willin' with the Gusters.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, that kind of reminded me of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm not gonna lie. And you know, that was basically a 90s era sitcom.
Yeah.
So, you know, in Sean's interpretation of that, Gus married a woman who already had a son from another marriage, and then in the episode, Gus's wife's cousin moved in with them.
Yeah.
And he kind of was just like, oh, great, you know, kind of thing. And then, you know, like, the wife and the son leave the house to go for a run. And then she asks him to look at the credit card bills and pay all them. And it literally shows him going to the desk with like a big stack of them, trying to lift them and just lets them down. And then Sean hits him with the realization, oh, wow, Gus is so underappreciated.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, even though that was kind of cheesy the way they did that, it still made sense and worked.
Yeah.
Then they get to Lassie, which, I'm sorry, how I look right now with a mustache, that's how everyone looked in Lassie, in Sean's interpretation of Lassie.
Yeah, it was like a Austin Powers type, like...
Yeah. But, because Chief Vic was based off...
I haven't watched Austin Powers in a while, so...
I forget what the name was, but it was based off a woman in Austin Powers, and she had a German accent.
Yeah.
And then Tony Cox is like, you got a thing for Frau Flick.
And now so do I. Now so do I.
No, that was hysterical, though. That was hysterical. And then, you know, Sean didn't really make fun of Lassie for that, but he was like, you know what? At least he's happy, and they respect him.
Yeah, they respect him. At least they're showing him respect.
Then it goes to Jules, because Sean realized, oh, she's still in Miami.
Yeah, that gave me kind of like a Miami Vice kind of like...
Absolutely. Yes. Miami Vice. Yes. And it was hysterical because her partner, like, could care less about her.
Or the job.
or the job, for that matter. And then was more or less about his ass getting shot.
Yeah, it's like, as long as I'm okay, I don't care.
Yeah, it was crazy. But, oh, my God, yo. She looked really good with the long hair.
Oh, my God, it was like...
Dude. She looked good. She pulled it off. And then when they came back to the realization. Sean looks at Snowman Gus and's like, "Oh no, Brown Snowman Gus is melting.
You're melting."
But then it had a really powerful scene with adult actor Sean and kid actor Sean literally both interacting with each other on screen at the same time. I love that so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tony Cox was like, you know, you don't have to kill your inner child.
You just take responsibility for what you do. Like,
right. Exactly.
Just grow up. Don't kill your inner kid. Just
exactly.
be an adult. Like, you can have fun.
And then, you know, Tony Cox, you know, was like, you know, if you didn't come back to Santa Barbara, what would you still been doing? Working the Wienermobile or whatever? And,
you know. And he goes, yeah, that was fun, but because you were a kid.
Right.
And he's like,
right.
You're 30 now. Like.
Oh man, dude, it's so then from there, Sean makes it right with everyone.
Yeah.
He makes it right with everyone. He gets Zarsky, he nabs him, he gets people to testify, and he wraps a big nice bow around it. Dude, this is
like the way it ended, I was like it goes with Jules going, Merry Christmas, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a Christmas episode.
He legitimately forgot. That was funny.
I was like, oh my god, it's Christmas. That's right, I forgot about that. Oh my god, that happened.
But no, guys, this is such a great freaking episode. Tony Cox makes this episode.
And I love how they made bad Santa references.
They did.
While Tony Cox
in the beginning,
and Tony Cox is in Bad Santa.
He is.
He goes, superhero movie. Love you in that. Bad Santa. Genius.
Oh, Willow? He's like the little warrior dude with the weave. That was actually George Lucas.
Yeah.
Oh my god, though, guys. This episode is my favorite Psych Christmas episode.
Yeah.
I love it so freaking much. And I was really looking forward to watching and reviewing this with you because...
Me. You'll stand back. You was talking about me.
It's just such a great... It's a really well done episode. It really
yeah. It honestly made you forget it was a Christmas episode.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I literally forgot. I was like, oh yeah. Like after they stopped showing Brown Snowman got some light. I was like, yeah, I kind of forgot it was a Christmas episode. Oh, and then he was in Lakers.
Oh yeah. Tony Cox was in a Lakers
and he had the goggles. After when he goes, oh my god,
Kareem.
Yeah, he looked back at Gus. He goes, Kareem, you took your goggles off.
Oh my god, guys! So by the time this video goes up, it's already gonna be past Christmas. We hope you had a wonderful, amazing, fantastic Christmas.
Boop, 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 Snoop.
And we're looking forward to 2025. Thanks for watching, guys. And let us know what you think of this episode down below.
Your favorite bitches out, baby.